Hi guys, welcome back to another round of new videos with me. Today I'm going to talk to you about the 10 chick flicks that I absolutely love to binge watch with my lady. The first one on my list is a 90s classic called Clueless. I'm pretty sure you've heard of it. The styling is still absolutely relevant in today's day and age. I'm still obsessed with that yellow check suit that Alicia Silverstone wears and walks down the corridors in their school. I mean, not that it's relevant and we wouldn't even wear it to our schools or colleges today, but it's so cute and so pretty. I absolutely love the checks and I'm obsessed with checks in any way. I tend to own a lot of flannel, so in case you are that sort of a person, this is definitely a movie to sit down with your chicks and watch. The next one on my list is Mean Girls. I mean, all of my quotes have come from this movie. I use them almost all the time. "You can't sit with us" is a classic one. It's also one of the WhatsApp group names that I am on, so it's crazy. The movie completed almost 10 years and everybody still watches it. "We wear pink on Wednesdays" is another classic line that you probably heard. I did end up wearing pink on the day the movie turned 10 years old. If you've been an avid watcher of HBO's original sitcom called Sex and the City, then you've definitely loved watching the Sex and the City Part 1 and Part 2 movies. Now, what I absolutely love is the style in this movie. Back then when I watched it, I didn't actually relate to it. I mentally criticized the fashion that I now begin to appreciate as I've grown older. I understand how relevant it was, how much it blended with each of their characters. Their characters are completely defined by clothing, and that's the best part about watching this movie. You tend to identify with a personality through someone's clothing, which is what I love about the movie, so you should definitely check it out. The next one on my list is Bride Wars. Now, since I'm a bride-to-be, I know that I never related to this before, but it's kind of a fun take on what goes on between two best friends, and if you're looking to sabotage your friend, then this one's the movie, but please do not go ahead and do that. However, what I really loved about this movie is that they were so clear on what they wanted in terms of their weddings. I really loved the decor, their dresses, really pretty, so you should definitely check this one out. The next one on my list is Confessions of a Shopaholic. Now, I absolutely love Isla Fisher. She's cute as a button in this movie. She's been styled meticulously to totally match the fashion of a city girl, basically, and it's a Jerry Bruckheimer movie. It's based on a novel by Sophie Kinsella. So if you are a fan of those books like I am, this one's definitely a must-watch. The next one on my list is Legally Blonde Part 1 and Part 2. This movie just totally tickles my funny bone. I love Reese Witherspoon's character Elle in the movie. I love the video that she totally records for Howard. It's kind of crazy that she gets him just based on sipping on some drinks in her pool. It's amazing. I love it. It's kind of funny, so you should totally check it out. The next movie gives a whole new meaning to what a bridesmaid is all about. It's called 27 Dresses. I really like this movie because it has a very real take on what our fears are on the inside and how we feel that if we help people out, they'd come back and help us in return. 27 Dresses is also quite a mix of really funny garments. I don't think we have such bizarre clothing for our bridesmaids in today's day and age, although they aren't as beautiful as they should be. But this one's definitely another must-watch. Another one of my favorites is How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. How pretty is Kate Hudson? Oh my god, I look at her and I just literally melt away. And Matthew McConaughey is his gorgeous self as usual in this movie. And one of my favorites is that gorgeous canary yellow gown that she wears, designed by a costume stylist, Karen Patch. Check it out for the fashion, it's very relevant. The movie basically highlights the evolution of women in offices and how they work really hard towards looking a certain way, being a certain way, hitting certain targets. That's what I really love. Brings out the little ambitious side in me. The next movie on my list is Romy and Michelle's high school reunion. You probably recognize Phoebe, Lisa Kudrow, from the movie. This movie is hilarious. It's like a blonde leading another blonde. It's about a high school reunion and how two best friends get together and pretend that their lives are better than what it really is. This movie is sort of relatable because when you go back to school, you always want to put on a better front for people. But in the end, they go back as themselves and that basically works in their favor. So I guess you could take a cue from this one. The last movie on my list is basically one that appeals to all of the butch souls out there, one and me, basically. This movie is Miss Congeniality Part 1 and Part 2, starring Sandra Bullock, who's an FBI agent who goes undercover at a beauty pageant. Gives a whole new meaning to butt kicking, man. This movie is amazing. You should totally check it out. So ladies, hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you pull out the caramel popcorn, pink pajamas, lots of pillows and fur. Hope you like this video. Subscribe to it. See you next time.